Hey guys, Wildcat here, and this is going to be a fun little adventure kind of video. So, my 416 has been having a little bit of issues with consistency and really pushing BBs out there, and so I think I know what's wrong with it, but we're gonna go on an adventure together, open it up, figure out what's wrong, and remedy the situation. Okay, so we have the top off. Just taking a look at the gearbox itself, I believe I have found why my shots are being inconsistent and not really going too far. So, let's hope that in the light you can see that the air nozzle is deformed a little bit. If you look at the top left corner right there, let me try and get it in focus for you guys. Maybe if I bring it back a little bit, that'll help. So there are natural, there's a natural cross formation in this air nozzle, but if you look at the top left, it is not looking like the rest. So this deformity is likely the cause of my issues with air inconsistency. Now this would be a very understandable issue because I tend to, due to a lack of space, kind of just store it in two pieces like this in my gear bag when I'm bringing this as a backup gun. So it is very possible that in travel on the road, something bumped it and caused that deformation to happen. So we're gonna take it out, we're going to replace it, and maybe do a few other things to spruce up the gun. Alright, so now that we have the gearbox out of the body, it is time to open up the gearbox and figure out if anything else needs to be touched up before we replace the air nozzle and put everything back together. Alright, so now it's time for the really hard part. Trying to get this off without everything going flying. So what I like to do, thankfully, this gearbox has a little hole to go so I can put this screwdriver or any screwdriver or punch pin or whatever you want into the spring guide, and then I can just wiggle it up little by little. And something that I like to do to make sure that if gears get out of place and things like that, that there's the least bit of damage possible. As this half of the gearbox shell pushes up, I push all 3 of these in to make sure they stay on the gears themselves and not still attached to the gearbox through friction. I've just found, in my experience, it helps keep things together a little easier. Alright guys, my GoPro died and I didn't realize it, so I got everything back together before I figured out that it cut out on recording. So it's all together. I replaced the air nozzle, and I messed with the shimming a little bit just because previously I wasn't too happy with how it sounded, but I didn't want to open it up just to fix shimming, so I took this opportunity to also adjust that a little bit. So as you guys can see, this is the one that we replaced. There is a new one in here. I also took the liberty of off-camera chrono testing it to make sure that it was staying consistent. And this thing, I shot it 22 times through the chrono, and it averaged 1.17 to 1.18 joules, which is roughly 385-ish, that range in FPS with a 0.2 gram BB. And there was only a variation of 0.1 to 0.2 joules, which is tiny. So I am very happy with where this thing is right now, and to show you guys that it's functioning properly, we're gonna shoot it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's something new, something a little different that I don't normally do on this channel, so definitely let me know if you like the more techie side of stuff, because there is a lot that I can do while I'm here on quarantine that is on the techie side, and if you guys enjoyed this video, I would love to make more for you. Alright, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. In today's video, I want to shout out TopShots11. I've been subscribed to him for a little bit now, and I met him through PewTubers Anonymous, and he has a lot of content that personally I feel is pretty underrated. He puts out a lot of videos, primarily airsoft gameplay, but he also has some Call of Duty stuff in there, and even a few reviews now and then, including his most recent where he's talking about the Gen 3 PVS-14 versus the Sione X or Aurora Sport. Sorry, that's a mouthful. Honestly, he makes really good videos, and you guys should seriously go check him out. Plus, he uploads so frequently, you will never get bored in a time like this when we're all in quarantine. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go give TopShots11 a like, a subscribe, give him some views, let him know I sent you his way, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.